It doesn't mean this is going to happen, but if the NCAA wanted to suspend Michigan football right now, as when I'm speaking, they could do it. They don't got to go to court. They don't got to do anything. They can do whatever they want. But whoa. Hold on. Here's where things really, and I mean really, start to get interesting. Well, what do we have going on here? So I guess we got to talk about this Michigan situation yet again. The last time we talked about this was, I believe, 4 or 5 days ago, and y'all know how I felt about it. I thought it was laughable. I was like, come on now, what are we doing? Scouting's illegal nowadays? I gave you guys the whole gist and story of when I was in high school as a team. We go watch a future opponent we was going to play a couple of weeks before we played them. We would scout them out, try to learn their plays, etc., all that nice stuff. Our head coaches would do it, and we would know when they call out a play exactly what they were going to do. And at first glance, with this Michigan situation, that's all it looked like. But remember, that was 4 or 5 days ago, and now I can say confidently, it is a completely different situation. Just like I thought, though, more details have emerged on this situation, and they're interesting, to say the least. So it looks like Mr. Connor Stallions, he is going to be the fall guy. If you have no idea who Connor Stallions is, I don't blame you. Pretty much, to make a long story short here, he was a analyst or a staffer for the Michigan football team. You know how these teams like Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, they have head coaches, assistants, and they have like 60 other analysts and coaches. Yeah, he was one of those guys. It was pretty much stated that he wasn't even involved with the Michigan football team. He was just kind of hanging around them. To give you some more information on this, Michigan staffer Connor Stallions, this came out yesterday, bought tickets for more than 30 games at 11 Big Ten schools over the past 3 years. Also, video evidence of sideline taping is expected to be sent to the NCAA this week, caught by stadium surveillance this year. Woo! That is completely different from just going to a game and watching it. Because remember, that was my first argument with all of this. I was like, man, what are we talking about? It's illegal nowadays just to show up to a game and watch it, but this is different. There's showing up to a game and watching it, then there's this. If you don't know the difference, well, I can't help you. You can't show up to a game and videotape it, but hold on. Here's what makes all this 10 times more interesting. Sources confirmed to ESPN that Stallions purchased tickets on both sides of the stadium across from each bench for Ohio State's game with Penn State on Saturday, and Michigan plays both teams in up-and-coming weeks. And yet again, I'm going to divert back to this, guys. This is completely different from just showing up to a game and watching it. And whether you think this is a big-time deal or it's not a big-time deal, I'm just here to present you the information, but I am going to state this. What Connor Stallions has done is against the rules. And if everything I just shared with you wasn't crazy enough, listen to this, because here's where things really start to heat up. Ticket data at 11 of the 13 Big Ten schools showed that Stallions bought tickets. A lot of these were through third parties like StubHub and SeatGeek. But the schools can still track the names. Once the name emerged in our story on Friday, Big Ten schools started running Connor Stallions' name, and it was hit after hit. The ADs and other officials in ticket offices started communicating with each other, and it quickly appeared a pattern of Connor Stallions buying tickets to opposing teams' games emerged. What do y'all think about that? Let's continue along here. According to Pete Thamel, Stallions purchased 2 tickets for this past weekend's game between Penn State and the Little Bro Ohio State. It's no surprise that those tickets went unused. Sources confirmed to me that on Saturday, when Penn State played Ohio State, Stallions had purchased tickets on both, not just one, but both sides of the stadium, meaning the home bench and the visitors bench. Michigan obviously has 2 key games left on its schedule against Penn State and Ohio State. And buying tickets to put yourself in a position to see the signals of both teams would certainly be something that would add to this operation. But whoa, hold on. Here's where things really, and I mean really, start to get interesting. Okay, we get it. Connor Stallions has bought all these tickets, and expensive tickets at that, to go watch these other teams play and scout them, or whatever you want to say, videotape them, whatever. Well, here's the biggest red flag out of everything, at least to me. How did Connor Stallions afford to buy all these tickets when he's only making $55,000 a year? Yeah, that's right, you heard me. Connor Stallions is only making $55,000 per year. And yet, you want me to believe he's buying all these tickets? Come on, man. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I ain't dumb. I don't know who was buying them, but I can guarantee you Connor Stallions was not. Let's continue along here, quote unquote. Stallions was making $55,000 a year, not a lot of money. So the money to fund these trips, he had a network we found of at least 3 different names of people that Stallions used to send out to these games. Who was buying the tickets? Who was paying for the trips? Who was potentially paying the people that made the trips? These are all questions that the NCAA is going to have to unearth. And hold on. That's another thing I didn't even address. I was just talking about the tickets, but a lot of people don't even know. Okay, so if you go to an Ohio State, Penn State game, let's say your ticket's $300. Well, you also either got to A, drive to the game, or B, fly to the game. That's going to cost some money. Then you got to stay in a hotel. I mean, you're talking about per game at least $1,000 per person. It goes back to this. It's hard for me to even fathom the thought that he's making $55K per year and he's buying all these tickets. And as to where it stands at this point in time, it would allegedly violate 2 rules. You cannot scout games in person, and you cannot use video technology to capture signs. Although me personally, I think that rule number 1 is bull crap. I mean, you should be able to show up to games because I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, definitely video in games, that's different. And it's not so much a video in the games, it's videotaping the signs and trying to learn those. I know that was a lot, we was reading off a lot of quotes there, but that is everything that you need to know. There's a lot to the situation, and even me myself, I've been trying to follow up with it closely. It is overwhelming to keep up with. There's so many small and minor details to the situation that can be overlooked easily. To go along with all that, according to a Big Ten school, they examined surveillance video from a game earlier this year, and they determined that the person sitting in the seat purchased by Stallions held his smartphone up and appeared to be filming the home team sideline throughout the game. What about that? And the biggest misunderstanding about all this is I see all these Michigan fans out there saying, oh, well, yeah, even if we are guilty of it, nothing's going to happen to this Michigan football team this year. No. You couldn't be any farther from the truth on that. Because everybody's saying, oh, well, they'll have to do an investigation and the legal system's slow and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to show you this comment because, number 1, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. And number 2, they explain it to a T. This person was responding to, like I said, a Michigan fan stating that nothing's going to happen to the team. And I'll let you read it for yourself. But to make a long story short, the NCAA is its own independent organization who can make any rules they want. I thought everybody knew that, but I guess not. I guess it's not common knowledge. It doesn't mean this is going to happen, but if the NCAA wanted to suspend Michigan football right now, as when I'm speaking, they could do it. They don't got to go to court. They don't got to do anything. They can do whatever they want. And we all know this. The NCAA makes some wild decisions and choices. I'm not putting anything past them. Nothing is off the table at this point in time. Now I know what you're sitting there saying. Matt, are you trying to say that they might suspend Michigan football for the rest of the year? No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is be open-minded on all this. Anything can happen. Going back to this, though, yes, the NCAA, they are going to conduct their own investigation. They're going to try to find out every single thing they can before they come to a decision. As to what that decision is going to be, I have no idea. Wish I could sit up here and try to tell you what I thought was going to happen, but I seriously have no idea. They could look at everything and say, yeah, they messed up and take away 5 scholarships for the year 2028. Or maybe they look at all this and say, all right, we'll give them a post. Anything could happen. But I did want to give you guys an update on this situation, and I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts on all this down below. How do you currently feel about the situation? And I haven't even done this yet. My apologies. Let me give you my 2 cents. I want to be careful when I say this because there's a gray line here, and it is a very fine line. If you're videotaping somebody's play calls, their signals, and you're learning those, it definitely gives you a huge advantage. Because, for example, if Ohio State, they get up to snap the ball and they change the play, and you look over at Ohio State sideline and you know that signal, that means you are going to know what play they're about to run. And yes, that's a huge advantage because more likely you're going to stop it. They're going to audible to a certain play. You know that play call, and yeah, then you're going to audible to a defense that can prevent that play from succeeding. There's most definitely a huge advantage there, and I know what some people would say, and I understand this. Well, Matt, you still got to stop them, and hey, I agree. But I'll put it to you like this and we'll end out the video. If I'm a middle linebacker and you tell me before the play we're going to run up the middle, it's definitely going to give me a competitive edge and I'm going to have a better chance at stopping it. Because if I didn't know the play and it's 3rd and 5, I'm thinking it could be a run, it could be a pass, it could be anything. And when you don't know what's going to happen, you definitely play differently. Whereas if you know it's a run up the middle, you're also playing it differently. That's my 2 cents as to what the punishment should be. I'll let you guys decide that in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts down below. But